What's up, everybody? So, going to make a video real quick because in last night's, we normally have our Sunday stock talk on the Don Franz show. I said I was going to go over Bitcoin and Ethereum, but with I touched on both, but with the computer randomly restarting in the middle of nowhere, the blue screen of death, we actually skipped that. It's not the usual. So I wanted to go over it now. What's going on? It's selling off like crazy, and where am I buying it? Because if you've been following me, at least on the other channel where I do go live, I've covered a couple times on here. It is an investment of mine. You can see we're getting the meltdown. And I got to say, I still can't find the relevance to people saying it got above 31,000. But it was borderline just comical what I saw on Facebook when everyone's like, "Oh, warning! It's going. This is no, this is not a drill." Like people were really freaking out that went over 31,000. To me, that was like just a short entry. We're not bullish till we get above this. These are weekly zones, so not even considering that until we get above that being bullish. So to explain, these purple zones are weekly zones, and that's where I'm buying. I did buy a little bit more here. I buy Bitcoin every week, but if you're new to how I do things, that short time I had a TikTok, there's a 60-second video explaining all of it. But I put money into Bitcoin, Ethereum, and a savings account every week. It's automatic. And then, so when we get to these certain levels that I get, the savings account dumps into it. And that's how my average comes down drastically. That's how I keep it weighted to the downside, why my average stays a lot lower than just your typical dollar cost average. And I've been telling everybody, I'm not adding on until 10,000. We're at the 23 mark right now, which we might see a little bit bounce here. These blue ones, they're speed bump zones. I expect to see some buyers here, some take profits if you are short, which is buy side activity, which pops things up a little bit. I wouldn't get excited. The trend's probably not changing here. At this point, I'm almost pretty confident that we're going to 10,000. The thing I thought was going to be hard was this $30,000 mark right here because of how many institutions actually own Bitcoin at that level. Now they're going to start messing with the economy at that point because now it's going to start showing up on balance sheets. We're going to see negative earnings because they have to show, hey, we put this much cash on hand into Bitcoin, which now it is down. So now they can say their cash on hand went from here to now here. It sucks how it works, but because it's a currency, they can't post profits even though they haven't sold, but they do have to talk about the downside when it's down. Because if they were to liquidate, that's how much they'd get right now. So as it stands right now, we are well into melt mode. We're in what people call it a crypto winter. It does have its cycles. It goes up, it goes down. The one thing, and this is going to stand for both Bitcoin and Ethereum, when the stock market crashes, it reaches that 50%. That's the back the truck up moment, buy everything you can. When crypto crashes, it's 85%. 50% crashes are okay and all, but the 85% crashes in the crypto market, that's the, if you believe in it, you gotta buy it. Because the next step is zero or bounce. Bitcoin and Ethereum have both done this a couple times. And one of these times, like, was back here. They thought, oh, we're going down. We went to, 2017? So 85% dropped it down to the just shy of the 3K mark. We're probably doing the same thing similarly here. So which is why I'm just waiting. Again, I don't know if I guess I'm excited for it. This is still a very risky asset. It's still in its infancy stage. While we are adding futures and hopefully regulation soon, which I think will be bullish for it. Should bring on some other. A lot of people don't want to play this game. They freak out when their stocks drop 10%, let alone hearing it might crash 85%, and that's the time to dollar cost average. Usually in the stock world, you're headed to the OTC world. You're about to get delisted. Some of you guys will find that out in your stock portfolios here pretty quick. Not all stocks go up. And there is such thing as timing the markets, not time in the markets. Because time in the markets, you'll only find out real quick just how many tickers don't make it. And that'll be unfortunate. All right, as far as Ethereum, we're coming in hot. This thing melted. Just broke that weekly zone guys, a few days ago. And we're moving and grooving to the downside without any hesitation. I guess we can draw out. No, if there's any zone, it's going to be right here. Speed bump zone. And I'll make it blue just because, again, these are like, if I was to scalp this or trade this, I'd keep an eye here. But really, I care about this one right here. This is where I'm buying, the $700 mark. Now, I did not draw these because they're 85% down. These were just naturally zones. They correlate. They're right there with the 85% down. So there might be a buy. I'm sure there's going to be some people that think the $1,000 mark means something on Ethereum. And then they'll freak out when that breaks. That being said, that's a psychological level. There's going to be some buyers there. What moves this market is more buyers than sellers. And apparently a head and shoulders pattern. So we will delete that. It's funny that this is working out. Every head and shoulders I've ever drawn on the internet has worked out. Side quick little rant. See how I have this head and shoulder, and it is a very clear head and shoulders? You know what doesn't matter ever in your life? When you see people doing this. They'll draw that, but it'll be on the dumbest stuff, like, oh, here's a head and shoulders, and it'll just never pan out. It'll look like crap. They'll call out a head and shoulders in the chat, and you'll have to physically ask them where's it at because you can't see it. Those will probably never pan out. And occasionally, sometimes these head and shoulders will, but it's not a pattern I would. If it was that easy, I would just tell you guys to whole account it. We'd have a channel just talking about that, and there'd be no need for anything else, or even your favorite ticker, because it wouldn't matter. We would just whole account that pattern. So that being said, this is showing no problem selling off again. Maybe a quick bounce to $1,000 mark. $700 is my level, so if it breaks that, just know that I added on significantly at these levels, and I'm down even further. And there's probably another video coming out. If you are ever at all interested in finding out about these levels, I want to say it should be the top link. Yeah, right here. Go to that teachable link. It's on everything. And the trading suite right here has all supply and demand. It goes into options. Sorry. Getting into all of that. That also comes with my mentorship, where I'm live every night, where I believe this is the time to probably have a mentor, not when everything's going up like in 2021, where all you had to do was show up and you were a guru. You made money. If you're interested in all that and in hearing about these every night, just check that out. Other than that, just hit the subscribe button. That's free. Thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next video.